everybody, and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to this very special little mini-series that we have that is called Echoes in the Misty Mountains. Yes, that's right, we are tackling the Lord of the Rings game that was created by Free League Publishing. You can find this on D&D Beyond or on Free League Publishing's website. My name is Josh, I use he, him pronouns, and as you can see, I am joined by some very lovely people, as well as Tom. I'm going to let them introduce themselves right now. I told you I'd get you back.
You can't humble me. Impossible.
I'm going to... Tom, introduce yourself and the character you're playing and their culture and class, please.
Sure. Hello, y'all. My name's Tom. I use he, him pronouns, as does my character. I'm Targon. I am a ranger, known as a Ranger of the North. You can't humble me because I am from royal stock. Okay, yes, the kingdom fell, but one day, they say the heir is out there, hidden, possibly in secret lands, but he will return. Until that point, I am a champion. I am a protector of the lands. As a ranger of the north, it's my job to fight mostly wolves, a few orcs, just take care of the Shire, and it's good people while they're terrified of us. I don't understand why. We're lovely. We're absolutely trustworthy. As we just sit quietly and just smoke our pipes and just sit in the back of pubs and they're like, oh, avoid that, man. Don't understand it. Lovely. Absolutely now, lovely.
Did you buy that prop specifically for this game, or did you already have it? Because you have been known to do that.
Well, one always needs a pipe, you understand. If not for smoking, at least for gesturing and for poking people in the chest. Maybe I'm playing other characters who require a pipe. I don't know.
Oh, no. Okay, well, moving on from that, we're going to go to Tallia next.
Hi. My name is Asphodel. Call me Deli. I'm from the Shire. Went out on, my family's always been a bit of a wanderer, and I went out for a bit, and then I saw there was actual danger out there, and I can't let it go back home, so now I am stuck wandering and warding these lands to stop all of these awful, naughty beasties from going. They do not appreciate it, and they all think I'm strange. Strange? Not as quite as much as the Bagginses, but, strange. And quite honestly, I just want all of these wandering people in Arnold just to get back to their noble houses and take over for me. It's a lot of work for one small hobbit. Just get back to work!
That's right. One of the small folk is going to lift us back up. I'm very excited.
I will throw you.
Probably can.
Good luck, little one.
This is going to be I can see this is going to be a series.
We're canonically ride or die. That's it. Absolutely despise each other. Won't let any harm happen to each other. It's great.
And finally, we have Rebecca.
Hi, I am Rebecca. I use she, her pronouns. I can already tell I am going to be third-wheeling these two like nobody's business. I am playing Maegwynn, or Meg. She uses she, her pronouns. Meg is a barding captain, Thane of Oswin, and out on a mission. Definitely sanctioned, definitely fine. Everything's all right. It's fine.
Not coming for the poppet crown at all, Tom. Actually, there's a point. We're going to find out if Tom's character is a poppet in this game.
I might not have the crown. That's the problem. We don't have the crown. Where is the crown of Arnor? Deli, you got to tell us. You got to tell us where that crown's gone. Don't you just wiggle. Anyway, Josh, please.
I'm sorry, but if you're not going to take your responsibility seriously, it is my oath to go and keep things secret so I can just go and keep it safe.
And on that
note, before we get on to the actual game itself, we have some sponsors and supporters to thank. Our sponsor for tonight is Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some lovely clickety-clack math rocks, which I'm going to quickly grab now because it's next to me and I keep forgetting to blink and open it. Including some limited edition Roll Together dice. Where is the D20? There it is. Well, hey, if you use code Roll Together, all caps, at checkout, you can get yourself 25% off of your purchase. Massive thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be used, which must be sent to Tom.
No, don't give me your used goats.
Yes, they must be used goats that must be sent to Tom for various different reasons.
I will rehome the older goats. I will be a lovely second home away from home, like a sanctuary rehoming them.
She turns them into candles, people. You
the
can't
Shire.
trust her.
I've got woods and stuff.
Ah, sure you do.
And
Anyway,
with all of that, I can see Rebecca is already regretting decisions. We are going to jump into tonight's session. Now, I have to apologise to everybody who's watching this at the moment because this adventure starts like any other adventure does, in a tavern. Although it's not any tavern, it's the tavern in Bree. Way! We can be a little bit excited for that, at least. For anybody who's read the Lord of the Rings books or watched the films, you'll know where the town of Bree is on the map. I might have a little map appear in the corner somewhere so you can see where exactly we are and all of that sort of stuff. Possibly, I don't know. But yes, we are in the town of Bree to start our adventure off. And while in the tavern, the camera sort of pans round, and we're going to come to the most obvious looking character in this place at the moment. Tom, can you please describe what your character looks like?
I think it's very funny that you're saying the most obvious-looking character, while I'm probably, not unlike in the films, just doing my best to stay at the back in my dark clothing. With the pipe.
The problem with all of that in the films, though, is that he's the only figure in there with a cloak on, trying to hide his face.
It's very funny.
He's trying to hide himself for being the most obvious person in there.
Oh, you're looking for the ranger. What, the guy sitting there just being like...
Even the hobbits get away with it because they look like children.
Anyway, this is Targon. It is very funny to finally be playing a D&D game and then going, you're playing Aragon, right? And I'm like, an earlier version. Targon, like most of the Rangers of the North, is dressed all in black. This is what I'm wearing now. Long black coat, slightly shiny buttons, dulled by age and grime. Curly hair, scruffy beard. If people want to know what it looks like, and actually with the buttons and everything, Paul McGann was playing Sharp very briefly. It's that look of like scruffy, dark-haired, kind of handsome guy. You look it up. Anyway, he's been on the road for a while. There is a very large great bow just leaning against the wall. However long we've been here, he's just sort of nervous. Not trying to show it, but it's like, I don't like being indoors, really. It's weird. It's noisy. I like being out in the woods. But, yeah, that's our boy. That's Targon. Where is the crown of Arnor?
Canonically,
yeah,
Aragorn's actually alive at this point. I should have said at the beginning that this story is actually set before The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and all that sort of stuff. It's like 50 odd years before. So Aragorn would actually be alive at this point.
Oh, yes. So,
probably a ranger. I can't quite remember my Aragorn history.
I think at this point he's at Rivendell being brought up with his... Look, we don't know the timeline of this. I know the heir of Arnor's out there somewhere. They don't tell me everything.
What is time?
I'm a gossip. What is time? Especially now in the Second Age? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is the rain and the waxing of the sun, the raining and the waxing of the moon as it travels overhead to guide the paths. The erosion of the lands, the growth of new life, etc., etc.
The camera pans over to Delhi, having said that.
The camera pans over to Delhi, who is...
Pans over. And then back down.
Yeah.
And you see, next to the one who is trying to be subtle and secret and all mysterious is someone who really is not noticed at first glance. Kind of hiding in the shadows. Look, at any point, the way that she's dressed looks like she could blend into any environment just by doing a little bit of adjustment on clothing. So she looks like a normal patron in this bar. Is kind of just also kind of like curly, kind of like mousy brown hair. Like it glows a little bit nicer in the light, but in this shadow, it's just kind of like nondescript, but also kind of pretty fancy braids, but then tied back relatively sensibly. It's a mix of like traditional hobbit clothing with round, but then also just got, armor and a big sword and a great bow by her side. round cheeks, but kind of chapped by the wind and the sun. She looks strange. She looks like a hobbit who isn't very hobbity, quite frankly. Yeah. Just mostly just there, kind of just slap fighting with the Targon, just going, look, just here for a job. Stop moaning like a little... She's got work to do.
I'm moaning. I'm brooding. There's a difference.
She's being a baby.
How very dare you?
Baby. But you're not even, 30, are you?
I'm 27, which is a respectable age for a ranger.
Baby. Wait until you get, 50 like a normal person.
I think while you two are having your little discussion, we pan over to the other end of the tavern and we see Rebecca's character.
So, unlike my fellows who are nondescript or brooding and bickering, Meg is the sunshine, life and soul of the party. If it wasn't for her very open, cheerful face and the backslapping and buying of drinks that she is doing, she would be a terrifying figure. Pushing 6 foot tall, muscles, chainmail, ringmail that has definitely seen work. And, the mud, but like the sexy mud, less muddy than Aragorn. She has ringmail armor. Underneath that, it is uniform, the colors of probably, if you know much about bardings, some barding. If you know lots, then somewhere around the hills of Evandene, but it would be an insignia that you're not particularly sure what that is. So yes, a kind of misty grey blue uniform on underneath her armor, an enormous greatsword, two-handed, slung across her back. But she sort of kind of half shrugged the harness off in order to better join in the backslapping and the singing. And she is just a smile splitting her face, having a perfectly lovely time getting to know the people in the tavern and chatting and offering to buy people drinks if they can tell her a joke or a riddle that she hasn't heard before or doesn't know the answer to.
Awesome. Now, the question that I have for all of you is, we know that Deli and Targon know each other, but does everybody know Meg as well? Have you all been acquainted with each other? Have you done jobs together before? Or are we saying this is going to be the first time that the three of you are going to meet each other?
Now, Meg, how often are you in these lands and areas?
I am passing through. This is my first time at the Prancing Pony. Given how much of a unit you two already are, can I barge in a third wheel?
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I feel as a ranger, I might know you by reputation, where stories are coming. I'm like, oh yeah, real cool. We'll buy you a drink. Massive great sword. And I'm like,
I was going to say, yeah, someone of your reputation and ability, I would know if you're in the areas I'm protecting. So as soon as you'd stepped into them, I'd be like, but I've actually seen you in person until right now. So yeah.
And for any kind of, oh, she's in my area, any sort of tension is diffused. Ideally, it's up to you how you react, but Maegwynn's demeanor is just so sunny that she's definitely not giving any fight me energy at all.
I reckon the pair of you would have heard of the terrifying tower that has been travelling from the far west was due to make their way into Bree at some point. There wasn't much of a description given on this person, other than the fact that they had a massive greatsword on their back, and the word muscle mummy was used at some point.
Those hobbits really need to check their tone.
Terrifying tower is one of the best ways anyone has ever been described.
I do want to kind of fight her, but in a good way.
Right. I mean, I'm sure if you ask nicely, she'll probably take you for a few rounds. But
I think so. I always get underestimated, and then they're unconscious, and it's not fun. I think that she could actually fight me, and I would hurt.
looking down and just so go, yep, bite back in the mouth. I'm like, great. I'm sure she'll, if you buy her a few rounds, she'll probably go a few rounds, as I say. So, you want to go ask?
We are both blatantly staring at you at this point.
Have I clocked that I am being very indiscreetly gossiped about?
I will let you. Well, we'll let you roll a very easy perception check.
Our perception.
12. I'm
12.
better at this when Deli's not here.
12. It was a very easy. I think the DC for it was 8. So you can feel it before you see them staring. It's something. Someone is looking at you, and as you turn, you can see these two figures both just towards you.
Hello. Can I buy you a drink?
Sure. Pull up a seat.
This one.
Yeah, you roll, Deli.
Oh!
As Meg moves away from the sort of small little congregation that's around you at the moment, sort of having a little bit of a dance and sort of slapping each other in a friendly way and all that sort of stuff, that carries on. Even though you've walked away, you do get a few as you go, but you make your way over to them as one of the bartenders brings some drinks round and sort of puts them down on the table for all of you. Basic mead in there for you.
Do you stare at everyone who comes in, or am I special?
You're very distinct, terrifying tower. Your reputation precedes you.
I think I really haven't done much. What reputation?
You're known for, you don't start fights, but you do certainly end them. No insult. You're what the...
I take that as a great compliment.
Yes, you're what the locals around here call a good egg, I believe.
I imagine looking at you, you will take it as an equally great compliment when I say I've no idea who you are and I've never heard of you.
Genuine laugh from him. You read me well, Barding. You read me well. I'm Targon. This is Deli, my associate.
Targon, Deli, I'm Captain Maegwynn Oswin's Thane, but also Meg will do.
Pleasure.
Me, you want... Got some veg, I've got snacks. Better than here, they're from home. And, do you smoke?
I have to say I don't. Sorry, but by all means, I've heard that there are some excellent smoke ring blowing skills in these parts. Can you demonstrate?
I don't have a fake pipe.
Daddy has also been smoking this entire time.
I am proficient in pipe.
I will ask for performance checks.
I'm bad at performance. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll it, but not having really tried. That sort of thing. Like, well, there you go.
Actual 20 for a 22 because I'm proficient in pipe.
I haven't even rolled yet, so I think I'm getting ready, and then I'm just like, Daddy's got this.
Yeah, you managed to make me a stealth check to avoid getting away from it. Getting out of doing it.
You just love any task which is like, it's actually quite funny because I have an item which actually, it's one of my artifacts. Basically, it gives me a default to stealth. So somehow having a very nice cloak has made me better at not showing off. Let's have a look. Stealth at that. So that was a 19 to start with at the D4. That's 24.
Ooh, nice. So you're able to mask it in a way that it looks like you've sort of contributed to what Deli's done. Deli's taken in a big inhale and just puffed out a bunch of smoke. So it's very easy for you to sort of make it look like you've sort of contributed to this. But as this smoke comes out, it's almost like a sort of machine gun of circles. It's just like sort of flies out of Deli's mouth, and you think it's really strange how this works, but the circles sort of form like a little halo around your head, Meg, before they all fizzle out. There's some skill there.
Meg laughs like with genuine delight and appreciation and gives you a non-sarcastic round of applause.
Yeah, I learned that at my grandmother's knee, I did.
She sounds like an amazing woman.
Absolutely is. She's a complete terror. She's part.
What brings you here, or do you come just to brood and stare at people?
We are currently just trying to, keep the peace, I suppose. You're probably aware it's very quiet around these parts, but leans in almost like you've got into his confidence now. He's like, look, it's mostly fighting wolves at the moment. Things are quiet, but there's always ramblings. I'm sure, as you know, traveling these lands, things in the shadow.
I have fought 5 goblins.
5 goblins?
In the last... To be fair, I go quite far. Not 5 goblins total, just 5 goblins recently.
And this is for fun, for sport?
Someone's got to keep this place safe when the actual heirs of the land aren't doing their job.
I see. Who are you seeing as the heirs of the land?
I wouldn't know about that. And the land, I'm sure the lands that you're worried about are far to the north. But anyway, sort of moves the 7-pointed star on his cloak. Cool, just gonna hide my ranger's tag. Yeah.
You can make a perception check, to see if you see that.
I absolutely will. I have 0 perception. So we will see how the dice... That was either a 3 or a 16. It was cocked. That is 16.
I'd say that you just catch the bottom of it as it's pulled over. May not notice what exactly it was, but it is some sort of insignia of importance.
Given that I have been, close to authority and so gently aware of politics, can I make an insight check, some kind of check to see if I can work out brooding, sits and stares at people in a pub, the flash of a something? Can I see if I can stitch it together to work out what Targon's deal is?
I would allow you to roll either insight or old lore, which is a new skill that replaces history in this version of the rules.
I will go for insight, partly because it's the better stat, but mainly because it feels more Meg to care about the people rather than the... That is 19, 16 plus 3.
Okie dokie. So, with that roll, I'm not going to get you to roll anything, Tom. So, where you are from, Meg, you have had... or your people have quite a few interactions with rangers. So, going off of this man's posture and the sort of brief corner of the insignia that you saw as he tucked it away, you're not 100% sure, but you're pretty certain that he is either a ranger or he is associated with them in some way.
I think Meg doesn't really do subtext, and so choosing to disregard Targon's trying to obscure, we'll just go, of course, you are a ranger? Friends with the rangers?
Yes, I'm one of the the folk around here call us the Rangers of the North because we're from the north, but yes. and look down at my associate. Let's say the star of the kingdom of Arnor has rather fallen at the moment, but we do what we can when we can.
Is that what brings you this far south?
I'm going to do insight as well, because I'm like, hello, I know you by reputation, but
I want to. She's asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I will say, as a little
friends.
side note, taking Tom and Talia out of this at the moment, as a little side note for Meg, this sounds like the exact sort of person that you're looking for.
Targon does.
Yeah.
Really? Is he important enough? Good to know.
Look,
Excellent.
my great-great-grandfather...
Let me bring Talia and Tom back in.
It was I got a 19, so plus 2, so that's a 21.
16, so...
Awesome. So
What do you want to know?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Basically, you're very charming. You don't happen to be an agent of the shadows, planning discord and evil, because sometimes the most wicked look the fairest. I've learned that in my experience.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're very fair.
Just you're leaning into my side to Danny, just like, hey. I just
Which means I'm watching you.
Yeah. Yes, so basically it was just an insight into be like, is this a pretext, or are you generally, I can see you're muscular, and I see you're scary, are you this nice normally, or are you just trying to get on, well, I don't know if I've got a good side, but this one might, but yeah, just general insight, vibes.
Josh, can I, or do you want to, or...?
I will let you. I'll let you
Sure.
reveal as much as you want to.
I think Maegwynn is just very nice. She is curious to get to know you. She doesn't have a really sinister agenda. With a 21, Josh, tell me if this is enough information for a 21.
Mm-hmm.
She is genuinely enjoying making new friends in the company. There are a few just lines of tension in her jaw and her shoulders that suggest she's not quite as carefree and purely relaxed, and this is just a social occasion, I have not a care in the world, as maybe the surface level of backslapping might imply.
I'd also add to that there is a very, only the 21 spots this, there's a very, very brief hint of realization that comes across Meg's face, but it's almost like a blink and you'll miss it moment.
Right, okay, so I think with that 21 where I'm like, cool, it's not just that, oh, we've heard stories of you, it's like, right, yeah, interesting. Meg, please, what brings you here? I think I heard rumours you were passing through. Where have you been heading? What's the news from the road?
I'm on a... Gosh, it's quite a dramatic word, really, but on a bit of a quest. My, lord and monarch sent me to seek counsel of someone wise, powerful, someone with maybe royal blood, maybe someone with magic, someone who can aid our home. As I'm sure you know, there are rising shadows everywhere, and they are plaguing my home more than some other places. So as my lord's right hand, I have been the one tasked to find an answer. Rangers tend to have connections in high places. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Look at Delhi. What are you thinking? You want to go fight more goblins, fight more shadows?
I want to take down an orc, like a big one.
Look back. Is it orcs? Is that on the table?
I mean, if any get in between me and the person I need, then I could take down an orc.
I don't doubt you could. But
Maybe not if Deli gets there first.
I was about to say, as they say around these parts, this one here has dibs.
They never see me coming.
They really don't.
Although, forgive me, Deli, I've heard of the Shire folk that they are home-loving people. I have not encountered many of your stature out on the road. Is there a story, or is there a story you'd like to keep your own counsel on?
It's pretty normal, like my grandmother's partook. I'm a fellowhide, but it's normal to go on, like, a wander before you settle down at home. I had a job lined up for me, and then I was on the wander, and then I saw what was out there. And I saw that there were big monsters and shadow stuff and things, and then I almost died. And then, not this one, but one of the others went and helped fix me up and taught me how to throw a punch. But more than just... Apart from, like, my cousin Lobelia, who I did punch in the face once, but that's just because she's just a grabby little thing. But anyway, I had to do it with, like, when someone's, like, 5 times your size and keep them down. And then I went home and I was like, they're all so happy. I can't let whatever's out there get home. So now I'm out here. And I just keep getting more land to like take over. I don't know why. Apparently it's a one hobbit's job.
I lean into Meg. Wanderlust, classic case of the stuff.
Anyway,
I had a
Targon, those are the places I do. A little bit of others, but since the danger's that way, I mostly watch this side.
I can't pretend to understand. If I had a happy homeland to return to, I don't think you'd ever persuade me to leave. But I admire your sense of adventure.
I also just like stabbing evil things.
And so
That I can get on board with.
Evil things. Faces.
I Mistress Hobbit. So yes, I mean, I've got nothing better to do than... I mean, this pipe went out about 20 minutes ago, so...
I had noticed.
Yeah.
I didn't want to embarrass you.
Thank you. Appreciate your... I was about to say your subterfuge, but your kindness, let's put it that way. So, for myself, I'll be honest, I'm getting bored of, like, putting arrows into wolves, and if there are... Well, as I said, if Daddy wants to kill an orc, then... It sounds like a right adventure. It'd be nice to mix things up.
I mean, I am delighted to have both of you with me, but Targon, is there someone you can take me to meet? Otherwise, we are on the road with no destination in mind at all.
I might have some ideas.
Can anybody help me? I'm looking for... You can hear... Anybody who has a passive perception over 12 can hear a very faint voice in the background while you're having this conversation, so carry on.
I've got a passive perception of 18, but I'm kind of like a little bit of like just.
So you're having this conversation with Meg and Deli, and anybody who has got a lower passive perception than you can hear. Can somebody help me, please? I'm looking for my brother. You hear? Can somebody help me, please? I'm trying to find my brother while the conversation's going on.
I just like. Hold on. So like, there's nobility, right? So, like having sort of put up a hand to both of my associates, and that, let's look at whoever this is.
So there's a woman, a human woman, walking around. She's sort of holding something close to her chest, and she's just walking around the other patrons, those who might look like they're slightly armed or have travelled in from outside of Bree. And she's, excuse me, I'm looking for my brother. He's not returned in a few days, and I'm slightly worried about him. Could you help me, please? Excuse me, could you help me? And she walks up to the bar because everybody's like, I can't help you. She walks up to the bar. She's like, do you know anybody who might be able to help me? And the barman just looks towards you lot and gestures that way, and she sort of begins toddling over towards you.
The kick. Hold on. As you're probably both aware, adventure doesn't have a habit of you finding it; it finds you. So something's going to happen. There's a we have a slight gift of foresight. Just, this is going to be important. I look up. Yes. Hello.
For Targon and Delhi, you recognise this woman to be Miss Mary Pott, who is one of the stall owners in Bree. She sells a lot of fruit and veg from some of the surrounding farm areas. They bring them in, she will sell them, sort of splits the coins with the farmers. She's very charismatic, very approachable. She's very well liked within the town itself. And yeah, this is the first time that you've seen her where she's not bubbly and smiley. She looks like she's not slept for quite a while, and she's very pale in the face and looks very scared. And she's like, Mr. Targon, Miss Delhi, and
she's
new friend
Meg. She's hero herself.
Even though there are like at least 4 empty seats around us, Maegwynn will like stand up and like half usher, half just place the newcomer on Meg's own seat, and then sort of just fuss round her, get her a drink, and just look heroic and concerned.
Oh, thank you. Your new friend's very nice, Mr. Targon.
She's yes, she's quite something. As I say, quietly, eyes slightly squinting. Yes, so Miss, you're saying something, your brother?
Yeah, my brother Raud. He's not returned in a few days. Him and a bunch of his friends went towards They were on the road, or making their way towards the Misty Mountains. Something about cutting down some trees in that area or something. It's quite a long journey. I don't quite know why they decided to go that far, but he's not returned. It's been over 2 weeks. He should have been back by now, and I'm slightly concerned that something's caught him.
2 weeks, you say?
Yeah.
He's Josh. Do I vaguely know this guy? He's a woodcutter. Right?
He's a woodcutter. Yeah. He sort of operates out of Bree usually. Sometimes he travels a little bit further afield to go to other towns and things to do woodcutting there. Sort of more of a sort of freelance wherever there is work that needs doing, he'll go there to do it. So he's a combination of construction type worker and woodcutter.
Capable guy.
Yeah, quite capable. You don't know about in a fight. He's definitely able to lug wood around pretty easily and swing an axe, but you don't know what he's like in a fight.
But, unlikely to have, get overwhelmed by, people fall in ravines all the time, but... Okay.
Yeah, you don't know... He didn't seem battle experienced, and neither did any of the people that he normally sort of hung around with, which you've noticed aren't around anywhere. So those are probably the people that Miss Mary Pott means have left with him.
Could I insight check and just see if there's anything she's missing out?
You can indeed.
Oh, 19.
19. It doesn't seem like she's missing any details out. But what you do notice is she is just holding something in her hand that she is holding really close to her chest. And I nearly winded myself when I did that. I hit myself quite hard.
Friend, what are you clutching to you? Is it important?
Yeah, it's just... And she holds it out, and you can see as she sort of unfurls her hand, a gold chain falls out, and you can see that she's got a small little pendant. This was my brother's. It was his. It was a gift from his late wife, and he gave it to me when he left because I was worried. Traveling towards the Misty Mountains is dangerous work, and he said I will be back because I need to get this back off of you. So I will be back, and I've just held it close to my chest ever since. I'm just really worried.
A hand comes from below to go and take it, look at it.
You sort of slip that. You can make a slight hand check if you like.
I mean, I was just going to take it for sure.
It's more to see if you can get it out of her grip.
11, so I just kind of reach up and just start tugging.
Oh, Miss Delhi. Yeah, sure. And she sort of lets you take hold of it, and you can sort of hold it up in front of you.
Very quietly. Manners, Delhi, manners.
What do we see in the amulet?
There's nothing inside the amulet. It's like solid, very small, but like solid gold. And it's just got some nice, almost elven filigree sort of wrapped around, sort of carved into it. And his late wife bought it for him from an elven merchant a long time ago.
Can I just check? I don't know if I've got the skill set for this, but people keep messing up because they keep picking up random relics of things and then they think leading them to treasure. So I just want to see if it looks like it will turn into something or if it looks like it might have held something.
Yeah, you can make a roll.
This is the origins of the chain.
I don't know what I'm rolling for.
Oh, sorry, yes. What are you rolling? Old Law is the one. Thank you, Tom.
Oh. Okay, dirty 20.
Woo!
So, looking at this, it is definitely elven in origin. What you can see on it is it looks like it opens, although from the way that Miss Mary Pot is holding it, she doesn't know that.
Take it and then just try and click it where I think it needs to be clicked.
Yeah, so there's where the elven filigree is on the sort of front face of the pendant, you can see that there is a very small button in the center. Anybody else would mistake that as just part of the pendant itself. Well, it is part of the pendant, but a piece of the pendant that doesn't move. But you just click that button and it opens. And as it opens up, a small little tuft of hair falls out onto the floor. Oh, I didn't realise it did. Oh.
Hold on. I do my best to try and find the hair.
It's on the floor. It's like a small little clump of hair that has got a little bit of a little tie around it.
Okay. Pick it up by the tie. Put it on the... Actually, just wipe the table off. Put it down. I assume that's your sister-in-law's hair.
I don't... I mean, all of you can make me old law checks because there isn't a history check anymore. Or medicine.
Oh.
I'll go for medicine.
I'll go for old law.
I'll go for... I'll also go for medicine.
14 medicine.
17.
15 old law. 15 old law.
15 old law, 16 medicine, and what was the last roll?
Mine was 14 medicine.
Okay.
I'd like 17 medicine in case that brings me over an internal threshold.
Yeah.
So with the old law roll, you know from that, and it's probably something that is done in where you're from, Meg, family members would put pieces of hair into lockets as sort of like a memory for them. Sort of immortalise them, sort of thing, because they've either passed away or they've moved far away and not likely to see them again. One of those sort of things. With the higher of the two medicine rolls, looking at the hair, it has a very distinct look to it. It's baby hair, because it's very soft. I don't know if anybody else has ever done this, where they sort of like cut the little bit of the baby hair off of their children's head when they first have their hair cut, and you sort of stick that into a bag or something, and it feels really soft. It's that.
That's not the sister-in-law's. The kids?
Oh.
Maybe that's like baby, like little kid.
He has a daughter.
Right.
When his wife passed away, he was so distraught that family had to take his daughter, and they moved away to the other side. They moved to the other side of the Misty Mountains.
Do you feel there's a chance your brother has gone towards the Misty Mountains to seek his daughter?
I hadn't thought of that. That's possible. Maybe to look for a safe way to travel through regularly, so that he can go to and from. maybe. It's a long travel, but I know he was willing to do anything to go see her.
I mean, how old would she be now?
She'd be close to 10 years old now, I think.
Is it that sproggling age? That's when they just start doing things.
Oh, I assume so. Yes, I've yet to find myself a husband.
You need a husband to find a child. There's plenty children. Children need
Husbands are optional.
That sounds concerning.
No, it's true. There's often just children running around. You can just... Anyway.
We pass children around all the time. Children just need love and a home. That's why the families are so big. People just kind of go
Food occasionally.
Huh?
Food occasionally. And good weapons training.
I tried doing that and they all just look confused. I'm building it up.
Do it to a song, I found. Small ones will do anything if you put some actions and some songs to it. Although I did find to be wary of doing clapping actions whilst holding daggers. You live and learn.
What if I made it a challenge so that they could get a third breakfast?
Ooh, third breakfast in this economy. Anyway, sorry. So then it kind of seems that your problem is resolved. If your brother's gone, well, hopefully got to the other side of the Misty Mountains to go find his sproggling.
I'm really worried, though. I know it's asking an awful lot, but I know that workers for you has kind of dried up recently. Would you be willing to go and just have a look in the Misty Mountains to see if he's there at all?
You both very quietly hear me going, well, there's no more wolves in the area, is there? So just looking over at Meg, would that be a okay? Well, I wouldn't just say okay. Would that be a fine diversion for your quest? Which direction do you need to head?
I mean, I am oath sworn to protect my home at first. But you are the one who knows the direction that, you speak of people who may be able to help me. You know where they are. Only you can tell me how much of a detour this is.
I will be heading that direction. There are people we can speak to, my brothers and sisters, fellow rangers, and again, Daddy here also knows these lands like the back of her hand, and
wait, that's new. Sorry.
Mordor. Why's that there? Yes, and
Oh, that's a stain.
and the Lord of the Rings just never happens if you lick it off your hand. Also, again, I think Deli knows this because Rangers have a kind of weird sense of foresight as well, where I'm just a bit like, hey, it's not just me going, we need to do plot, but also in my soul I'm going, the threads of life is drawing me that way. But yes, that should, yeah, just cut off. Yes, we'll go that way and we'll look for your brother and his associates.
I mean, I have been wandering somewhat aimlessly, just in search of anyone who can help. It would be nice to have a direction, and one route is as good as another.
Deli?
Chat. Mary, do you have a spare pair of your brother's shoes? I want to see what his tread looks like so we can follow it.
Oh, yes, yeah, I have some of his spare work clothes at my
Don't
cottage.
care about the clothes, I just want the shoes.
No, yeah, I can. If you want to come by, I can do that. I can also prepare you some food for the journey.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, if that's okay. I don't have much that I can pay you, but I can pay you.
We're not doing this for the payment. I'm sure some home cooking would be good for us all. But
okay. Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you. I'll head home now, and I'll start getting everything ready for you. Do finish off whatever it is you need to finish off, and then swing by my place, and she'll tell you where she lives. And then yeah, thank you so much. And she's her perkiness sort of comes back to her a little bit of colour comes back into her cheek. She grabs a little bit of hair and puts it back into the locket and closes it, looks amazed at that, puts the locket on, and then sort of runs out of the door. She looks towards the three of you, waves, and then carries on out the door.
She's a sweetheart.
Well, it looks like you're stuck with me for the next amount of time.
I look forward to seeing you use that fine sword of yours. See if the
It is
legends-
rather wonderful. What is it you called me? Terrifying tower. I just sort of accepted that at the start, and it's only now.
Have you not? That's what the stories call you.
I've just been walking. I know that some poor fool might think that just walking can be the main plot of a story, but I really struggle to tell what stories there could yet be about me.
That's the funny thing, is that there's been all of these stories that have been told about the tower. As Tom said earlier, finishing fights and all that. You haven't had to draw your sword once since you've left.
As far as Meg's concerned, she's been out for a walk for like a couple of weeks. It's been quite dull. Sometimes people look at me and pull strange faces and then run away again, but you know, I don't want to be rude about other cultures. Maybe that's how people meet people on the road in these lands.
There's a story of a bunch of bandits jumping out into the road and you just going, hello! At which point they jumped back off the road and they were like, oh, that was, you just kept going. It's, yeah.
I assumed this was some kind of welcome ritual of the Hobbit. I must have crossed a border somewhere.
You're like twice our height, Meg.
Yes, and it's so kind that you welcome people so obviously strangers.
I mean, we do. The Hobbits now. Stores depend on what you're doing at the moment. It depends.
They're friendly folk, but they don't like strangers so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
people have been nothing but kind to me.
You're very nice. And also, have you been giving people food?
Oh, only if they look hungry.
Cool, yeah.
Or if they ask me for food.
Yeah, hobbits are always hungry. We will never say no to food.
So you're saying they weren't really my friends? They were just...
No, I'm saying that an easy way to make a hobbit your friend is to offer, literally break bread with them in your home, and then that means you have to be nice to each other, which is why we have managed to keep the Sackville Bagginses from literally causing havoc in the entire home.
Oh, dramatic. That reminds me, and Maegwynn will go to the bar and sort of just massively stock up for the company on rations. Bribing food for hobbits. Now I know that that's a thing. She will take care of that for the company for a considerable journey, if that is all right.
Yeah, that's fine. You are able to get some basic rations from the tavern, and then when you go to see Miss Mary, she will provide you more eloquent foods, which will help with the rest period that you would have during your travel. It would make it more comfortable.
You all right walking? Do you need a pony?
If a pony would appeal to you, then I will happily have a pony, but I've been on my own two legs so far.
Same. I'm used to just, well, like yourself, just walking around. Deli, how are your little legs holding up?
You don't need a pony. I wouldn't say no to a pony.
Then a pony you shall have.
I was gonna say, right, just go befriend a pony, Dels.
You find a pony.
Yeah, she just hurries off.
I don't need one, but I like them.
It's nice to have someone to care for.
We've experienced the fighting Tallia. We've experienced the flirty Tallia. Now we're going to experience the adopting Tallia.
While Deli is... If Meg follows Deli outside whilst looking for a pony, whilst Deli is finding a pony, can Meg have a look and see if there are any birds around?
You can indeed. Please make me a... What's the other one? No, travel's not the one. You can make either a hunting check or a perception check.
They, I believe, are the same of 0. That is a 19. That's exciting. I have a glittery dice, and it took me a second to see the numbers, but it's a flat 19.
Nice. You can see some birds in the sky flying around. You do spot one that is on top of one of the higher buildings in Bree that is just seemingly watching everything that is happening around before it clocks you and then flies off.
Can I call after it and I can speak to birds? Friend, what news from the east?
Flies. It does that whole bird glide in the air thing as it sort of thinks for a moment, looks down towards you, somehow with a confused look on its face, and then it sort of nosedives and sort of swings around and then flaps and lands on your arm.
Can I hold up my arm?
Sort of lands. Sort of looks over you a little bit, trying to suss out if you're friendly or not. Leans in a little bit but pulls away. You repeat the phrase, and
can I get like some bread from a pocket or a bag and just crumble some crumbs?
Yeah, crumble some crumbs. Hold your hand out. Starts pecking away at it. I don't know why you would do this to it, but it pecks away at it, and it takes a few moments for it to finish its mouthful, and it just looks towards you. And for anybody else, they can hear the faint squawking sounds coming from this bird. But what you hear is strange noises coming from the east. Echoes in the mountains. Something strange and dark is festering up there. The elves of Rivendell are worried. They won't leave their homes. They won't send out hunters to have a look, but something dark is brewing.
Have you seen a party of little folk making their way east from here towards the mountains?
We've seen human folk, big folk. We've seen them walking, cutting our homes down. They were, and then we saw others, the dark ones, the ones that serve the darkness, and their animals, the big scary, the wolf type creatures. And then we saw something made of light. It's very strange, very scary, but echoes in the mountains is what we hear.
Bad light, not good light.
Not a good light.
Not good light.
Cold and scary.
Oh, thank you, friend. I have one more question of you, if you can be patient with me. Where in the Misty Mountains are there landmarks that you can give us? Things that you see as you fly?
Yes. It's near the Crow's Peak. Yes, it's a rock that looks like my beak, and it sort of, it sticks its head up in the air, and it's the way that its beak sort of symbolises the rock. Look out for this, and you will find the darkness. But don't go there; it's dangerous.
Thank you, friend. Go well.
I will. Flies off.
Amazing. Josh, I think I misunderstood. Is Miss Mary not a hobbit? Is she a Bree folk? She is human. That makes much more sense.
I will still take the rations for bribing hobbits.
There is a chance for you to go to the Shire in another adventure.
I will relay all of this information to my company when we rejoin outside.
Do you just come back and go, I talked to a bird and it said?
I think probably when you join us outside, I will just really matter-of-factly go, so the party of woodfellers were seen but stalked by wolves and shadow and a being of cold dark light. If we head towards the Mount of the Crow's Beak, we will be on the right track.
And how exactly did you get that very pertinent information?
Oh, a little bird told me.
Right. I'm a ranger of the north. Even that wouldn't be as a metaphor. I'd be like, yeah, no, I assume people talk to the birds as well. You know, that's worrying. You say creature of light.
Yes, and I checked. Not a friendly, happy light. Something concerning and scary.
All right, worrying.
Apparently the elves in Rivendell don't venture out anymore. Something dark is happening.
Huh.
Echoes, they said. Echoes in the mountains.
Some might say echoes in the Misty Mountains. Hey, title of the show. Carry on.
We wouldn't, though. I was just like, again, camera pans around to look at a horse, to look at a small pony, and it pans down.
Sugar Pie the 14th.
Sorry, what was its name?
Sugar Pie the 14th.
Slightly crouched. Pleasure to meet you, Sugar Pie the 14th.
Is this a normal sized pony or a hobbit sized pony?
It's like... It's not a pretty pony. It is one that looks like it's a bit knackered. It does a job. It's still hardy, but it's not one chosen for elegance. But its hair has now been really fancily braided.
Ah.
It's got bows in it. It looks so out of place. I'm like, it's Sugar Pie the 14th.
What colour are the bows?
So many colours.
A rainbow. Amazing.
On this older time.
No. Thank goodness we're not trying to be subtle and stealthy on this adventure.
This pony has the look of, what am I doing? Don't take me anywhere on it.
I mean,
As you say,
I turn the bows and they disappear into the mane. I'm really good with braids.
nice. As you say, stealthy, Maegwynn just shifts her weight from one foot to the other and clank, 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 clank. Follows her.
Gesture to you, gesture to the pony, just to Jelly go, actually, no, today's fine. Right.
The pony's fine. The pony can hide. Look, and if the pony does it, I'll do it like pony. Look, Sugar Pie's 3 through 7, 9, and 11, where they. Actually, not 9 and 11. 9 and 11 went to go. 3 through 7 all went to go and form a little pony community. They're in the wild somewhere. They've got kids. They're great. They're really nice. They're doing really well.
Anyway.
I'm delighted to hear it, but I'm confused as to why you're speaking of hiding. Why is there any need of hiding?
Well, you've been out in the world, and now, so Deli, Meg here had a little word with a bird, and supposedly there are things in the shadows, and also a bad light, something unpleasant out there. Something
I've heard of a bad light or anything like that when I've been wandering around.
You could make me a old lore check.
Okay.
Will as well, just for
Hey, not bad. 16.
19.
So from everything that Meg has said to you, you've ascertained that the wolf-like creatures are either wolves or wargs, which would then lead you to believe that the figures that serve the shadows are probably orcs or goblins. The thing that stumps you is this cold light. It's not something that you've heard of before or experienced before.
I think, wow. If that's wargs, that means orcs, which means Deli, you might be in luck. We might.
I would like to collect some more shin bones.
I know, it's a fine collection you have. Anyway, in answer to your question, Meg, I suppose we don't need to necessarily be stealthy, but we probably do need to. If Rivendell's shut its doors, that's worrying. If the elves aren't on the move, that's also concerning. But sometimes it's not. In Crisis, you look to the people who go towards the danger. In that case, if both of you are up for it, that's going to be us. We can go out there and do some good. You can get some shin bones. and you can help find your missing royal. And I'm just along because I like hitting things with arrows. It's nice to have a hobby.
Heir to a lost nobility and really feels he should be doing something.
This
You
is
hear that,
Yeah.
Meg?
Yeah.
You hear that, Meg? That sets something off in your mind.
This is a dynamic we have going on. Is there anything I need to know before I set off into the forests and the wild with you two?
I would die for this man.
He is my best friend.
So what I understand is when push comes to shove, you will leave me out high and dry. I understand. That makes
No.
perfect sense. I'm
No.
sure I would do
like to be part
traveling with
I
the
think-
best friend.
Would you also like to be part of this? Would you also like to be part of it?
Actually, wait.
Why do I have a sudden urge to like bang my head against a door or something? No. If it goes, no, we're going to take care of you. You're part of the.
No.
What's it-
I don't mind at all. It's just I prefer to know exactly where I stand,
What's the
and if I'm
term?
joining two people who are ride or die, it is
No.
just useful to know.
What's the name?
I like knowing all the moving pieces in advance.
If he's not in mortal danger, just like really heavy danger, and he's annoyed me, I'll go save you first.
What's the term?
Again-
It's like group brotherhood. We were a gathering. Oh, there's a term for what we're going to be when we're going on this, but it'll come to me. But,
Band of brothers, except for the only one of us is a brother.
yeah. Yeah.
And maybe once we've found Miss Mary's brother, maybe then you can tell me exactly how you are related to maybe this noble that you're pretending to be very cagey about knowing where they are.
When we find the woodcutter and I get to see you use that sword of yours, then maybe we can. Well, it's a long journey. Well, slightly faster now. We've got this majestic beast.
Argon is just talking, and halfway through the rambly sentence, Meg has just cheerfully tossed her cloak behind her and started striding ahead down the road.
I looked at Deli. I like her.
I want her to punch me in the face.
I know you do, love. I know you do. So just pat you on the shoulder.
And
then-
on that note, you make your way to Miss Mary Potts. You're given some additional rations, which you can use to mix in with your plain rations, and that'll help with travel time. She provides an additional pair of boots, a pair of her brother's boots, sorry, for you to match his footprints and things when you get to the desired destination, and you leave the town of Bree and begin to head east towards the Misty Mountains. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We have been Rolled Together RPG. If you like what you have seen, you can join us on Mondays on Twitch for D&D content. Massive thank you to our sponsors, supporters. Massive thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Tom for Lord of the Rings reasons.
I'm sure there's goats in Lord of the Rings.
Sure there is.
Put it in
There
the
must be.
comments if you remember when there's
Please
goats.
don't send me any goats. I do not
No.
want your goat.
That-
I appreciate the thought. No goat.
No goats. All to Tom. They must all go to Tom. Massive thank you to my players for playing, and we will see you next week for the second part of Echoes in the Misty Mountains. Goodbye.